The other day at work, my friend Yunshi was eating the most delicious beef rib dish. It was actually her mother's recipe and she has been lovely enough to share it with me. And what I love about this is it's so aromatic and super easy to make. You just need a little time for it to braise. So I've got some beef ribs here. You can get these at all good butchers, and I've got the bone still left on it. See the bone just here? This is going to ensure they're going to stay super moist as they cook long and slow. So in a saute pan, we need to sear off our meat. So some peanut oil is fantastic for this. So a good glug of that in there. And in with the beef on the meat side. We want to hear that sizzle. And I'm not seasoning this with any salt because I am going to add 2 varieties of soy sauce. So we just want to seal that off and get some colour. Now for the spices. Now this is what Yunshi's mother uses for it. You need to get a muslin cloth too because you want all those spices to be kept in one spot so it's much easier to take out later. So we'll start with some Sichuan pepper, some dried Sichuan peppercorns, and some fennel seeds, some cinnamon, so 1 cinnamon stick, a star anise, now this is a crucial part of this recipe, 2 cloves, and this is not essential, it's dried mandarin peel. If you can't get your hands on this, just use a little bit of mandarin peel or some orange peel. So we'll just gather in the corners and just give it a bit of a twist, and I've got some twine here and we'll just wrap that up into a little parcel. All right, let's have a look at these ribs. Oh, lovely colour. Look at that. Fantastic. While it's sealing off on the other side, I'm just going to prepare some garlic. So 2 heads of garlic, and just so it stays intact, what I like to do is just take the tops off the garlic, and we'll do the second one. So lots of garlic for this recipe. So in with our garlic cloves. To this I'll add 3 slices of ginger, nice generous thick slices. Pop them in and around. And now the true vehicle of this dish is the sauces. This is what makes it so special. So you need quite a lot of dark soy. This is going to give it a lovely, lovely, deep, rich flavour. You want 3/4 of a cup. So I'll measure that out, and that goes straight over our meat. Fantastic. We'll pour that in. Along with 3/4 of a cup of light soy. So even amounts of dark and light soy. 2 tablespoons roughly of the oyster sauce. Okay, so we've got our savoury, salty component added to this. Now we need a little sweetness, and I'm going to use this very interesting piece of rock. It's actually rock sugar. It's a Chinese rock sugar you can get at all good Asian grocers. If you can't find it, of course, you could just use regular caster sugar or any sugar really. What I like about this is it really gives the sauce a gorgeous sheen. It's really, really glossy, and you don't even have to chop it up. Just add it and it will just gently dissolve as it cooks. And last ingredient is a generous amount, about 2 cups of water. You don't need any stock for this because all of the flavour is going to come from that dark soy, light soy and the oyster sauce. Our little bundle of spices, we'll just pop them in. The lid goes on. And now this needs to cook for about 1.5 hours or until that meat is almost tender. So I'll do that, and when it's almost cooked, I like to serve this with some jasmine rice. After 1.5 hours, I did take the lid off and just allowed it to reduce, and this is what you get, the most magical glossy sauce, and the meat, well, it's meltingly tender, and that's what we're after. Look at this little piece here. See how it's a little fatty, so gelatinous, and it just pulls away so perfectly. I love dishes like this. So I'm going to now finish the whole thing off with a little bit of vinegar. So I've got some Chinese black vinegar, a drizzle of that in, give that a swirl, and we can plate up. So I'm just going to do this as a shared plate. It's actually a good idea to use a spoon and your tongs just so the bone stays with the whole piece of meat. I'll place that onto our plate. Ooh, look at that. Take this one over here. Place that down. this one's looking very nice indeed too. And it's all about the sauce, that combination of dark and light soy. The little pieces of garlic are there, you can add that if you like. And we'll just take a big spoonful and drizzle that all over the meat. If you have some spring onions, by all means, use them to garnish. I've just used the dark part, and we'll just sprinkle a generous amount over the top. That lovely steamed jasmine rice on the side. This is a standout dish. I remember when Yunshi brought this into work, I was just like, I need that recipe, it's so good. And now I'm sharing it here with you. Enjoy.